What can I say? What can I do? Blue, 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 blue. The wise one was good, man. Tina Hardman was good. Thanks, the wise one. Appreciate that. They out here rolling. So yeah, guys. Sharon Fulton. Good afternoon. Good evening, wherever y'all at in the world. Snapzilla Gorilla. Welcome to the Definition of Anarchy. My last live got cut off abruptly, and I had to come back and kind of like get off. But so what this live is about is just a question: if Tecate19 is so infectious and so virulent, then why are people living in the same household not getting the Tecate from others in the household that have it, right? So I told you guys about my wife's friend who she had the Tecate along with her children and her boyfriend, but she lives with her parents, and her parents are older. Her parents never contracted it, you know. And then like I was talking about that particular cruise that I had mentioned earlier, and same thing, like there were people on that cruise that were staying in cabins with people who had the Tecate but never caught it, never contracted it, never tested positive. So what's up with that? If it's so virulent, it's so contagious, why is this not happening? Maybe because it's not really that contagious or that virulent. Maybe it's not. There's a lot of information out there. All you have to do is look for it, right? All you have to do is look. I was talking to somebody about the mask. They believe in the mask, right? They believe in the mask so heavily. They believe in the mask like it's the holy grail of prevention, when really it's just a symbol. It's a symbol of obedience. It's a symbol of fear. Every time you see that mask, it reminds you, yo, there's this thing, this invisible enemy floating around out there that can enter your body and cause all these problems. In reality, it's not stopping it, right? It's not. Most of the people that I know, Cheryl, oh, what's up? Cheryl Grego, how you doing? Thank you for joining the live. It's Scamming the Lie and the Crusher USA. Yeah, and the USA crashes, the whole world crashes. Our dollar runs, yeah. Well, you know, now they want our digital currency. They want digital currency to be the thing that helps them run the world. But if, you know, 9 times out of 10, when I hear about someone contracting Tecate19, it's people that always wear masks, right? They're always wearing the face panties, I'll say. And what's funny is I saw a woman today at the farmer's market. She had on a face covering, but it was literally designed like lace panties. It was designed like, you know, lace panties. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the little lingerie panties or whatever. She actually had that on her face. It looked like laced, and there was a bunch of holes in it. I think she was just making fun of the whole thing, but it was hilarious. I wanted to laugh, but you know. Tamiko Anderson asks, the definition of anarchy: does your new baby have your gorgeous, beautiful eyes? I don't know yet. You know, when I look at my baby's eyes right now, they don't look brown. But we'll see. It takes a few months to actually know what it's gonna be. But yeah, so I don't know. Like, I thought that was hilarious. She literally had on face panties, and so I'm gonna look into getting me some. I'm gonna get me some little face panties like that, and I'm gonna wear them in stores, and I'm gonna wear them at the farmer's market. And I'm gonna see if people are going to say, "Oh, you can't wear that; those have holes in it." But no one seemed to be bothered by what she was wearing. Clearly, she was wearing some shit that would not cover, that would not stop a virus for sure. What's going on here? Oh my good. Oh, this dude over here being dramatic. Dude got in a car accident, and he's standing outside the car, hobbling and holding his shoulder. Hilarious. You know, you got to play it up. Get that good old insurance money. I ain't mad at him. Oh, Derek Williams is on? Oh, interesting. I did not know. I knew he usually goes live on Saturdays. It's usually later. But yeah, I don't know, man. I just like to bring this stuff to light because not many people practice common sense, and I feel like I need to help people come to common sense, to the realm of common sense, because it's just, I don't know, man. Yo, exactly. It wouldn't stop air. It doesn't stop smoke. It doesn't stop anything. You know? But, and as a matter of fact, they cause more harm than they do good. There's this woman, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but I know a few people highlighted this woman on their channel, including High Impact Flicks or High Impact TV. A woman was a woman's son had passed out because they were making her son wear the face panties during PE, and he passed out, and she was hot, so she went live and she went on a 5 to 10 minute rant, just cussing out everybody, like talking about how the mask, you know, you were making my son wear a mask, he passed out, you guys are full of crap. She was going off. She spoke all truth. She brought the truth, and she's like reaching out to lawyers and asking lawyers to talk to her, because really what was going to happen is these masks are going to cause real problems. I mean, there's already people passing out behind the wheel, getting in car accidents and dying. Look, you can't wear this thing on your face while exercising for longer than, I'd say, 15 minutes at a time. If that. Even 5 minutes exercising with that shit. There are masks that are designed to train with, that are designed for physical training, but what they have are exit valves or exhalation valves that release all the shit. You know what I mean? Not all of it, but at least you get a good amount of CO2 out of the mask. But when you wear these paper masks, man, they're not designed for that. They're not designed for people to wear during exercise. So there's gonna be a lot of problems. Like when all this shit settles, man, it's gonna be a lot of problems. And so we'll see how it's dealt with. I mean, every time you turn around, there's some new shit about this whole election thing, and it's like people are wasting so much energy trying to figure out if Trump or Biden won. This is the only thing you need to know about who's the next president. If Trump remains president, you have 4 more years, right? You have 4 more years before you have bought yourself 4 more years. You have 4 more years to get your shit together, meaning to prepare for whatever they have coming, right? But if Biden wins, you ain't got that much time. I say you got till about January, and he's going to hit us with so many executive orders. It's going to be ridiculous. He's already talking about mandatory buybacks of assault weapons. He's already talking about banning every single assault weapon. Not every single assault weapon. Every single semi-automatic rifle, right? That's what he refers to as assault weapons. They even have coming down the pike, they want to ban every semi-automatic handgun with a detachable magazine. They want freaking lockdowns. They want more lockdowns. They want mask mandates. They want this, they want that. And you best believe when those vaccines come out, they're going to want those mandated as well. Listen, somebody tried to tell me Joe Biden said he's against mandatory lockdown, but he's full of shit. His Tecate19 advisor says that he wants a 6 to 8 week nationwide lockdown, a strict nationwide lockdown where everything's locked down. You can't do nothing. You can't go nowhere. Kind of like it was in Italy, kind of like it was in China, right? Which clearly it did not help Italy, did it? Right? They locked down almost immediately, and they had the most amount of deaths in Europe. So clearly, locking down doesn't work. The World Health Organization said it doesn't work. They said they want minimal lockdowns. That should be a last resort. The CDC is even saying now that lockdowns, they would like shorter lockdowns, right? They're talking about they want to follow the science, but when the science tells them that the lockdowns don't work, that they actually cause more harm than good, it's it. Shit. That's what they should be going by. You been coughing up loogies today? The wise one? Man, you know it's that season, man. It's the season be coughing up loogies and all that. Just don't get caught up in the fear of, oh, you might have Tecate and, you know, this could be it. Just don't get caught up in that mentality, because I know people now firsthand that had it or has it, and it's not that bad. It's really not. Their experiences were not that bad. Every now and then you'll have somebody with lingering symptoms, but who knows what that's really from? Who knows what you know what I mean? They can't prove that it's because of Tecate. They don't even know why those symptoms are there. So how can they say, if you don't know why the symptoms are there, then how can you say that it's from Tecate? They don't even know that Tecate is causing Tecate. You know, they still don't have the isolate for the freaking virus. You don't have the isolate available. They still don't have that. So we don't know what the hell it is. All right, we're here. So, I mean, don't trip, the wise one. You know, it might be just a little head cold or something, you know what I mean? Just know that you'll be all right. I recommend go out and get some sunlight if you can. Take your vitamin C, get your vitamin D in, exercise. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're getting your cardio on. Make sure you get your cardio. Cardio is very important. Deep breathing exercises. So what the deep breathing exercise will do, like doing yoga, right? You do yoga, there's a lot of breathing exercises. It involves a lot of breathing. So yeah, bro, when I breathe hard, I cough it up. Yeah. don't trip. That's good. That means your body is getting. Go get her. What are you doing? That means that your body's getting rid of something that it doesn't want in there. So just keep coughing up those loogies. Keep getting it. Keep getting it out. Exercise, man. Get deep breathing exercise like yoga or just deep breathing exercise on your own. Like with yoga, there's a lot of breathing techniques that you have to perform that helps, clear the lungs and all that. So with the deep breathing, what that does is you take in a deep breath, you hold the breath for about 5 seconds, and you blow it out real hard. And that dislodges whatever might be in your lungs or in your or in your airway. It knocks it loose. And then it just, prevents it from getting further down and taking root. So even if you're not sick, because I do it. I do deep breathing exercises all the time. I do a lot of cardio. I do a shitload of cardio, and it helps to clear shit out. You know what I mean? Cheryl Grego says I wouldn't know if I had it or not because I wouldn't get tested if I was sick either. If you get sick, this is my thing, right? What I'm going to do, if I feel like I'm getting sick, I'm just treat it like I do when I get sick all the time. I don't feel the need. If I feel like I have flu symptoms, I don't feel the need to go to the doctor and get tested for anything even before COVID. Oh shit, I said COVID. Oh, I'll say it again. Even before Tecate, I never felt the need to go get tested because I had a fever and all this other shit, body aches. I just wrote it out. You know what I'm saying? I drank vitamin C, I drank tea and all that shit. Boom. In a few days, it passed. So I never felt the need. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to stay at the house. I'm going to continue to try to exercise whenever I don't feel weak. Because, if you have the flu or anything like that, there are times when you feel really fatigued and your body is sore and you don't want to do nothing. But I instead just laying there. I still try to walk around. I still go deeper into your. My back. So anyway, yeah, like I said, my sister has it. What you really want to watch out for is mental health during this time. You want to watch out for mental health during this time. You want to be listen. Last year, I did a presentation on mental health of children these days. I did a presentation on Common Core and vaccines, and I talked about the rise in child depression, child suicide, and it ain't no joke. It's still going up. I mean, these children are depressed. Like when I was a teenager or a preteen, I didn't even know what depression was. I would get mad or sad or some shit like that or happy or whatever. But nigga, I would be like, okay, boom. I'm pissed about this. I'm gonna go play with my toys and feel better. I'm gonna go play outside. I'm gonna throw up tackle outside. I'm gonna play baseball in the street, football in the street. I'm gonna go ride my bike. I'm gonna have fun with the homies outside. or play video games, and it was good. Now it's just like, it's just so much depressing shit everywhere, right? You got you got the mainstream media constantly reminding children how fucked up they want you to think the world is, and this is depressing the shit out of children. And you know, someone close to me, son committed suicide like last week. That shit was like devastating. Like, no one knows why. No sign, no inkling, no one, like no note. They're going through his social media stuff right now on his phone, but like close to me, like someone really close to me, their son committed suicide at 14 years old. And guess what? He had COVID. Wax, what's good, man? He had COVID at the time of it, of his suicide. Oh, good looking out, Wax dog. Yeah, hit that like button when y'all come up in here. Yeah, he committed suicide like with COVID, and you know, now his mother feels like she has it, and I think the whole family might have it. They didn't get tested, but you know, you just never know. So you got to keep a close eye on your children, man, and make sure they good, because the world that they're exposed to right now, they're exposed to shit that we were never exposed to. When I'm 40 years old, I was never exposed to the shit they're exposed to, right? And it's not necessarily all the bad shit in the world. There's so much influence, right, out here in the social medias and on the internet with there's so many influencers, so many people pushing different things, so many challenges, right? Oh, this challenge, that challenge, a lot of dangerous challenges, like the set yourself on fire challenge and the choke yourself until you almost die challenge, all this bullshit that kids are participating in. Like, what was that little character, that ugly looking character chick that they was putting up on YouTube and all this other shit that was encouraging kids to commit suicide? You got that shit going on. You don't know what the hell your children are being exposed to. And now you got this Tecate shit flowing around, and they're constantly seeing this person dying, that person dying. They're constantly being pummeled with fear. The fear campaign is on 10, 24/7. And now you got these kids, very impressionable, right? Very easily manipulated into believing that, oh, you know, nothing but despair. Everything's going to be horrible. Oh, we're going on lockdown again. It's going to be so depressing. I miss my friends, this, that, and the third. Oh, I can't do nothing. I got to sit in the house all day. Yo. Mental health is very important. Also, so is spiritual health. I was talking to my sister yesterday when she was over here, doula and my wife, who just had the baby. And we were talking about that. We were talking about everybody's so focused on physical health, but they're not focused on mental or spiritual health when it's all interconnected. And it's very important to focus on that stuff too. You can't just focus on the physical, right? You gotta cover everything in terms of your overall health. You have to. And so, you know, now I'm looking at my children like I've always been very conscious of what they are exposed to on the internet, right? I have alerts on my phone that tell me when they're accessing different things, and I know exactly what they're accessing. I can go look. But the thing is, my kids are preteens right now. When your child becomes a teenager, you kind of want to give them a little bit more space. You want to give them a little bit more independence, a little bit more responsibility. And so you kind of back off of them a little bit. And I can understand that. But in light of all the shit that's going on with the mental health issues, with children just on the rise, this Common Core, I'm telling y'all, this Common Core shit, I don't know if there's algorithms that picks up any negative talk about Common Core. I haven't heard it yet. But this Common Core shit, in my mind, to me, is fucking dangerous. It's confusing. It's stressing. And these children should not, in my mind, should not be exposed to shit like Common Core. That's some shit they should learn when they're adults, right? And it doesn't even make sense. I did a presentation on Common Core where It took the person 30 or 40 minutes to explain 2 plus 2 equals 4. It don't take that long, right? And can you imagine your children are being exposed to this? I'm like, dude, what the hell are you doing? Can you imagine children? Minds are so ripe and so open to suggestion. Being exposed to Common Core, just their mind is all confused and muddled. And then they're just exposed to so many things on the internet. And then all this wireless technology to just beaming at them all day, all night. You know what I mean? Man, that's why I'm like, man, the closer I get to the farm, the closer I get to that farm life, the better. Because I tell you what, once that cracks, all that technology you might get 1 or 2 hours a day to be on a screen. And oh yeah, life can hurt, bro, and your words can matter, and somebody in need. Yeah, for sure. Alicia Trigg, what's going on? How you doing? Momo challenge. That's what I'm talking about, Xander. My brother committed suicide. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Depression is definitely no joke. Yeah, the depression is real, man. And these children, I have never seen so many children be depressed. I went camping. With my kids and with some more other families, and their kids, like my kids were running around, one to play in the shrubbery, one to do this, one to do that, one to catch bugs and insects and all this other shit, riding bikes. But there's one group of kids, they didn't want to do shit but sit there on their phones. And when you took their phones away, they was hot. Like, they were upset. They didn't want to do shit but sit up there on their phone. And I'm like, if y'all don't get off these goddamn phones and go run around and play, we out here camping, right? We're not out here to be on phones and all this other shit. Go play. Go find some insects. Go find a scorpion or something. Go find a shit. I'll give $100 to anybody who can find a rattlesnake. So do something. Do something with your life, man. Go out there and play. Go out there and explore. When we was kids and we went camping, man, we wanted to go out in the woods. We was running around, getting dirty, playing and finding streams and shit, and finding frogs and anything that we can find in nature that we could just have fun with. These kids now, they don't want to do none of that. All they want to do is be on their goddamn phones. And when you take their phone away, it's like legit depression. They were hot, and I wanted to body slam them little punks. Like it was ridiculous, man, ridiculous. But they weren't my kids, but I really appreciate the fact that my kids were happy to go out and play and do that and do this. They wanted to do things outside. They were okay being on their phones, but if you took their phones away, they could find something to do, right? Matter of fact, my kids didn't even bring their phones. Yeah, my kids don't have phones, first of all. But they had one tablet they were sharing. No tablets. There were no tablets for my children, and so they had no choice but to play around and stuff like that. But when it came time to clean up your area, it was like fucking pulling teeth. Clean up, like it's just. I tell you, these kids these days, man. Totally different. So you gotta kind of handle them different. You gotta expose them to different shit. Do not get your kids hooked on electronics. Get them hooked on phonics, not electronics. God damn it. Y'all remember that, hooked on phonics? I miss those days before technology. Even though my wife swears up and down I can't put my phone down. That's because I'm constantly looking for information. I'm constantly researching. I'm constantly looking. I'm constantly trying to stay up on shit. But man, what else can you do, right? If I'm not exercising, if I'm not outside playing with my kids, like. But if I had my own land and I had to work to keep my land up and all that other shit, who's gonna have time to be on their phone? Not my kids. Hooked on phonics, yeah. Right. Remember back in the days when we didn't have phones, man. Didn't have phone. I didn't have a pager until I was like 17 or 18. I didn't even have a pager. You know what I mean? Like we would go outside and play from sun up to sundown. Wasn't nobody coming looking for us. You know what I'm saying? I saw a meme on Facebook where there was a kid laying down in some bushes. All you can see is feet, and it said back in the day when you got knocked out riding your bike, no one came to find you, and you had to wake up on your own and go home. Like you fall and hit your head outside, and you by yourself. And wasn't nobody coming to look for you all after about 20, 30 minutes you missing. No, you had to wake up on your own and find your way home with a concussion. That's real shit. No helmet, no knee pads. It's not like that no more. And even me, like, I don't let my kids run around. When I was, my oldest is 10. When I was 10, I was out in the streets. Out in the streets, at the homie house, at the park, riding my bike somewhere, going, traveling, just, my mama didn't look for me at all. I come home by dinner time, and that was it. Go to the store, get some candy, go play, whatever. And then get home, eat dinner, and then it's like, take showers and boom, that's it. No, I ain't letting, no. I'm guilty of that. I don't let my kids run around like that. Not today. Not with all these goddamn sex traffickers, and especially in LA, it's bad in LA. Like your kids will get snatched up hot quick in LA because the border's right down 2-3 hours away, and they will sell your children on the black market. It's a totally different world. Totally different world. And I don't know what especially now, because when I was a kid, yeah, they had car phones, right? But you were like, you didn't have to look. You didn't look up and see people like this. Can you imagine? Like, my kids ain't going out there with idiots on their phone like this, driving around so they can hit my kid. Hell no. Hell no. No. I ride with them. If they get on their bikes and they want to go a couple blocks, I got to roll with them. No, I'm not. There's too many idiot drivers, too many fucking perverts. It's just, the world is fucked up. The world is fucked up. I'm sorry. But if I had my own land and my kids know how to shoot and they had their own heat, oh, go ahead, son. Take your little 22, and your little knife. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Go do what you got to do. And they just go down to the creek or whatever the hell and just cut up, and then bring your ass back. You got to pick some weeds or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But in the city nowadays, hell no, man. Hell no. Shit, a cop will fuck around and kill your kid if they look at him funny. Y'all talking how dudes listening to music while driving and recording. Yeah. Yeah, you had to get back up. Yeah, bust your head open. I had so many cuts and gouges and scrapes and headbutts and fights. You know what I'm saying? Go fight and then come back. And then your mom and your papa be like, did they whip your ass? Did you get your ass beat? First, you have to keep your kids close. I don't want to have to burn half the world. Oh yeah, no, yeah, I keep my kids close now. Totally different. But I understand it's a different world. The world I lived in, we could do that. And I lived in Compton. I lived in Compton till I was 13 years old. So, and then over here in 60 Hood, you know what I'm saying? So, it's not like it was like Disneyland, but shit, I didn't have to worry about. I mean, yeah, there were kidnappers and shit like that. Yeah, and people were driving crazy, but not like now. Like, no. If it was the 80s and 90s, I'd be a lot more comfortable with letting my kids walk around and go to their friend's house down the street and And then there were just more kids out, right? You couldn't drive down no street in a residential neighborhood without seeing kids all up in the street, playing football, playing baseball, riding their bikes, playing double dutch and all that shit. Hopscotch on the sidewalk. I don't see that anywhere anymore. I don't see kids doing that at all. You know, I don't. You know, you go to the park, they're playing on monkey bars and the swings and slides, but on their street, they're not doing that. Man, we used to play throw up tackle across 4-5 neighbors' yards, right? Without permission. We didn't even ask. We just used their yard because, you know, our yard was like this small. We couldn't play throw up tackle in the yard this small. Each play will last 30 seconds. Nah, we use 3, 4, 5, 6. Freaking, depending on how many people that were playing, we use it. Yo, that was my sister. That was my sister. She's my sister, the doula I was telling you guys about. She's coming to check on my wife. But anyway, nigga, we use everybody's yard. And then at night, when the sun came down, we played ding dong ditch. And our badasses sometimes would even throw rocks through people's windows and shit and like run, and it was all fun. And then we find abandoned houses, right? Not abandoned houses, but like houses that people just move out of or they're renovating. We go up in that sucker and just tear shit up, tear up the studs and break windows and just nails just cutting us up. It was just a totally different world, man. We used to build forts for the G.I. Joes and light fucking firecrackers and then that'd be the grenade. And then you blow up your goddamn G.I. Joe. You burn your G.I. Joe. Your G.I. Joe's on fire and it's melting and shit. Totally different, man. Totally different. Now the G.I. Joes is looking all pussy. You know, remember the G.I. Joe used to have the leg, right? But it didn't just have the leg. If the leg popped out, it had a string, right? So you wouldn't lose the leg. They were built different. Even the G.I. Joe was built different back in the day, man. They had the little string on it, the little elastic pulley thingy, and the thing came out and it snapped right back in. Man, these G.I. Joes now, man, they ain't got none of that. You use the leg, if the leg come out, the leg gone. Yeah, the leg had the rubber band. Had the rubber band in the arm, rubber band in the legs. Ninja Turtles and all that shit. We used to beat our toys up. Mud pies and mud fights and rock fights. Rock fights. We used to throw rocks at each other. BB fights and all that shit. We used to shoot BB guns at each other. Oh, man. That was a whole man. This technology, man, it just robs people. It just robs the children. It just does. It robs children of their childhood. I mean, when I look at my nephews and my little cousins and all that stuff, this is all I see. And then they're on the phone with each other, right? My nephew's over at that house and my nephew at this house. All they do all day, FaceTime. Oh, what's up, man? Oh, well, and then like, nigga, get off the phone. Tell your daddy to bring your ass over here so y'all can play. They don't want to do shit. Oh, man. These niggas, man. I mean, I know I'm not about to let my kids run around the neighborhood, but at least go outside and play catch or play, you know what I'm saying? The only time they do that is when we do it. Like when we go out there and throw them the ball and all that other shit. But the attention span is so short, right? If they're not in organized sports, that's the only time they want to participate. Like in the soccer and the football, they don't even want to do it then, man. My best homie, he coaches soccer. And I went by to the park where he coaches soccer at. And they're in soccer session. But they're on Zoom with another coach. And they're being taught through Zoom. And they're just standing there like, no enthusiasm. No care. They don't care about the goddamn soccer ball. They just standing there. They look miserable just standing there with a soccer ball on their foot. Like, what's up? This is what I'm talking about, man. Ugh. You know what these kids need? These kids need to be thrown in the goddamn woods. Remember, like back in the goddamn Stone Age, where they throw your ass in the woods and that's your rites of passage. Your ass come out, you a man. If your ass don't come out, well, I guess I got to go home and fuck some more and get some more babies. That's that. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they need to have this technology snatched from their asses, and they need to be thrown out into a well-supervised world where they can get dirty and have fun. You know what I'm saying? Shit. These niggas, man. It's always riding my bike around as a kid. I got my hands on some dope GT dyno back in the day and rode it everywhere. Yeah, until parents wanted to kick me out or be my... Yeah. Not no more. Oh, yeah, I got shot with BB guns. I got shot with BB guns. I mean, we was in our own garage tearing shit up. Like, I was walking by the garage door, and my brother's in there playing with a broomstick. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but he threw the broomstick like a javelin as soon as I was walking by the door, and he hit me in the neck. I just happened to be walking by the door, walking in front of the doorway, when that broomstick came out and hit me in the neck. And guess what? Nigga, I had a little, I don't think it even broke the skin, man. I had a little bruise or whatever, looked like a hickey. It hurt like a motherfucker, but I was like, man, what the fuck, man? Can you imagine if that happened to a kid now? They walking by a door and a freaking broomstick at full speed hits them in the neck? Oh, man. Somebody will call CPS on your ass. Kids used to be able to be kids. Now, not so much. Hell no. Baseball, like, oh, shit. Yeah. We was breaking windows and, oh, man. Going treasure hunting in old houses with nobody was living in no more. We used to throw rocks at neighbors' dogs. You know what I'm saying? We used to get chased by dogs, running through alleys and shit like that. Even the dogs are pussy nowadays, man. The dogs are pussy. I ain't seen a dog chasing nobody in years. These stray dogs ain't chasing nobody, man. Ugh. Yeah. All right, man. I didn't mean to go that long on that, man. But y'all get what I'm saying, man. This is just a different world. Keep an eye on your children, man. And I challenge everybody, including myself, to get the devices away and go outside and do some shit, right? When spring come up, go outside and show them how everything is new and spring and all that other shit, and just walk through wilderness. Go find some woods somewhere and just walk and go hiking and no technology, not even you. Leave your phone in the car and just go do some shit with your kids, man. Because soon, they ain't even gonna want you to leave your house. They don't even want you to leave your house now. So it is what it is. Much love, you guys. I got to get up in here and check on my baby, my new baby boy, and my wife. You know what I'm saying? Got to meet my sister here. She's about to come over and massage my wife and all that stuff. Kids aren't tough these days. Hell no. It wasn't all these guns on the streets. No, it wasn't. Oh, there goes my mother-in-law. All right, y'all. I'm holla at y'all later. Peace.